Hey guys, this is Mark from Highstrung Audio, and this is a review of the Violectric V550. The model that we have here is the Pro model. It has a 256 step relay volume pot. It does add to the quality of the sound, so keep in mind this review is with the upgraded volume pot. So this amplifier, you know that Violectric is world renowned. Everybody knows them for making the best headphone amplifiers. The V281 had something like a cult status and a very big following. And this amplifier, it replaces that, and this is going to be something that's actually better than the V281. It has much better specifications for a cleaner output. Together with that, it's geared more towards modern headphones, which are toward the lower impedance. So this is going to put out about 6.5 watts at 50 ohms, and that shows you where Violectric is heading towards. On higher, high impedance headphones, like let's say something really hard to drive, like the HD600s. The HD600s are phenomenal, and I made a video saying that the Sennheiser HD560 was my favorite headphone. However, after plugging the HD600 into the Violectric, that now is my favorite Sennheiser headphone, and I'll explain why. And it has a lot to do with the power output of this. So as you know, the HD600 is a 300 ohm headphone, very hard to drive. With most amplifiers, it sounds dull, thin, and uninspiring. When you put the HD600, you plug it into the balance section. I use an upgraded Cardis cable, plug it in here, I get very good results. Now it's easily, when using it with this amplifier, the HD600 surpasses every Sennheiser I've listened to. And I'll just explain simply because the mid-range, mid-bass, and bass now are thick, full, and articulate, where that wasn't the case when you plugged it into most headphone amplifiers. So now that this powers the HD600 at 300 ohms, it's clear to me that this can power really difficult to drive headphones with ease, and they come alive. The HD600 on this is it's unbelievable. If you own a HD600, you have to try to listen to it on this headphone amp. It's something special. One of my favorite headphones that I plugged into here was the Hi-Fi-Man Ananda. I liked it a little bit over the Aria because even though it has a little bit less bass and high-end frequency response, it's less fatiguing over the long period. I often do work on my computer, and I like to listen to music, over probably an hour and a half continuous. So the Ananda is that sweet spot where it just has the perfect bass and mid-range and frequency where it doesn't overdo anything and it doesn't get fatiguing in any way. So the Ananda to me is the #1 pick for headphones. This really plays well with the planars. It plays nice with everything, even IEMs. I have a cheap pair of IEMs. I had no problems with any noise with this amplifier. This headphone amp comes, because it's a high-end item, it comes with a very, very nice remote. Tactile buttons, everything is needed on the remote. It's not missing anything. It's a very thick and heavy piece of aluminum. It feels like it's just one solid piece, and it's heavy. So usually aluminum remotes are light. This is very heavy, and it's nice. It has a good range to it. You can, from across the room, you hit the volume, and you see this thing, the motorized control, the volume just moves. It's really cool, very high end. What else can I say about this amplifier? It's just a really good experience. I haven't had a better experience using a headphone amp than this. This is definitely the pinnacle of everything I've heard up until this point. So I will be buying one of these at some point, and it's going to be in my system for a while. I don't think I need something that's better than this. That's how good this is. There's a lot of Chinese and cheaper, lower end, headphone amps coming out. And what I feel is that even though spec-wise they're really good, they really chinch out on the components on the interior of the unit. Capacitors, resistors, the transformer, everything in the wires, even the quality of the wires. This is a unit where they really pay strict attention and detail to not just the specifications, but the quality of the components inside. And how that translates into music, it can't be measured. So there's no measurement for all you scientists and engineers out there that want to scream and yell. I know from building speakers that a quality capacitor makes a difference. There are really high quality components inside this. The main thing for me that really throws us over the edge is the power output. And it's not just voltage and the watts, it's the current and the drive. Now, the transformers in this thing, the toroidal transformers, are beefy. They really punch out and they move that driver, that cone, especially in a hard to drive headphone. And it makes the sound more dynamic and more alive. So that is my take on this. This is just something that is, you can tell that this piece here was made by a company that only makes headphone amplifiers. They don't make anything else. This is all they think about all day. They're worried about and they're concerned about frequency response. They also have to worry about every type of headphone made. And with the pre-gain stage settings that you have from -18 to +18, also the line out, same thing, -18 to +18. They thought of every scenario that you can throw at. You know, this amplifier is really versatile. You can do anything and play nice with any headphone. The preamp section on this is absolutely world class. It's outstanding. What makes it special? So what makes it special is that when you're playing music through it, it has a very natural sound and it has a thickness, the same way that it in the headphone section has a very nice thickness to the mid-range, mid-bass, and bass section, where it's fleshed out and it ends up being more natural. It's something that once you experience and once you have it, you really can't go back to listening to a cheaper component. It's very hard. This is a very high-end component, and I would say that the headphone, just as good as the headphones amp section is, the preamp is just as good, if not better. As far as like an audio investment, it's something you can keep for many years. That's how good it is. I've heard on several forums people call this the baby Nimbus, so I guess this performance is approaching and it's close to the Nimbus, which is their highest end headphone amplifier that they make. And that's basically it. So the preamp section is world class on this, and it should not be overlooked. In fact, some people might want to consider buying this just for its preamp performance. This isn't just a pass-through type of preamp. It's the type of preamp that has a very high output voltage, especially on the balance outputs. When you take that and you put it into your amplifier, you're taking a very big load off your amp. And this actually helps make your amplifier sound a little bit more powerful and dynamic. So this actually will enhance your music experience when using it as a preamp. It's very simple. You take your DAC, your analog outs from your DAC, you plug it into here. That doesn't matter so much if you use RCA when you're using from the DAC into this, but from this into the amplifier, it's very critical that you use the balance section. It sounds a lot better. It has to do with the voltage output of the balance section and also impedance matching. It's a much lower impedance, and most amplifiers have much higher impedance on the input stage of their balance section, so that also lends to a better sound. If you're going to use it as a preamp, you're going to want to follow those instructions. So as far as availability, this is available from Power Holdings. You could find them online. They're really good. It's a USA-based company. They ship right away. And from what I see, they're currently in stock. One thing I want to note, I did try using upgraded power cables with this. Sometimes on inferior equipment, I do hear a difference. With this, I used all the way up to a $300 power cord, and I didn't hear any difference at all. So power cords aren't going to really matter that much. It is a testament to how good the quality of the internals are and the filtering. It's very low noise output. In fact, I think it's 8 dB better than the V281. Just wrapping up, this is a really good amplifier. Please like this video and subscribe to our channel if you want to see more videos like this. We really need your support. If you have any questions or you want to ask questions about this headphone amp, do so in the comments below, and we'll try to answer them in a timely manner. We are busy, but we'll try to answer them. And once again, thank you for watching the review, and have a great day, guys.